Morning. Who's on nice and early? Let's see. See we're all running on Facebook. Who's up? Who's up? Say hi, don't be shy. Hi Annette. Morning Caroline. Just checked and we're all nicely running on, we're on the Sentimentally Yours page, and we're on my Julia Watts Crafts page, and we're also on my Julia Watts YouTube channel, so everything's running nicely. Morning Christine, hi Sue, hi Deborah. Nice to see so many of you on this morning. It's a bit grey outside, so we'll do craft. Craft is the best thing to do when it's miserable outside, isn't it? So I'm going to be using just one of the new verses collection. So while we're waiting for people to jump on, I'll just show you or remind you the 6 new stamps that there are in the Just Saying verses collection. So we have this one, which is your bigger cake. Just remember, more candles on your birthday cake means you have a bigger cake. Who's laughing now? Have a lovely day. And you've got, what I'm most excited about, to be honest, is all the little icons, and I'll show you why in my demos. I mean, obviously Phil's taken a long time to get those verses because he writes them all himself, and they are lovely words. They really, really are. But I like the little bits. This is your special day verse, which is the one that we're using. Your birthday is a special day. It comes just once a year. That's why this card is sent with best wishes and good cheer. And all the sets have got different icons. So you've got the little tiny bits, and then you've got the swirly bits which are bigger, which can go around the edges. You can do lots of things with them, actually. Patterns, borders, all sorts of things. Then we have our Just For You verse. Let's grab mine, actually, it's easier to read. This extra special handmade card was crafted just for you to wish you all the very best and happy birthday too. They all have a good rhyme to them. And again, you've got different icons and different swirls on every single set, and you tend to have 2 sizes of each, which is really handy. Again, I'll show you that in my demo. Then we've got the Too Excited verse. 1 minute you're young and cool, then all of a sudden you're getting a tad too excited about visiting the garden centre. Have the best day. I think, well, I can definitely identify with that. And my nearly 30-year-old daughter likes a visit to the garden centre as well. Morning, Lynn. Then we've got the Old and Crabby. Where's my Old and Crabby? Here we go. Another birthday, excuse me, another birthday, eh? I bet you never thought you'd get old and crabby, but here you are, absolutely smashing it. Have a great day. It's a little bit rude. And then finally, we've got a birthday verse, which is a very special birthday wish for a truly wonderful day and a year that's the very best in each and every way. Hi Liz, hi Caroline. And again, different icons in all of them and do different sizes, and the borders. Yeah, they're really nice sets, and they're all A6. I know some of you have got them already. So if you're not, you need to be a member of the Crafting with Phil Martin and Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. And people have already started sharing in there, and also the design team have been putting their makes in there as well. So there's plenty of inspiration already. And on the Sentimentally Yours page, there should be an album on there with the makes by the design team. All of them should be accessible on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. So you can find the products that I'm using over on my website. I'll give my website a plug first, which is juliawattscrafts.co.uk. And that's a bit of an angle, aren't we? Let's see if we can get that better. That's better. Yeah, shipping to UK addresses. And then over at Honeypot, there's the Honeypot Crafts website, where you'll find absolutely everything. I've sold out of one of mine, but they've got everything. But obviously I'd like you to buy from me too. Caroline on Facebook is saying I can think of a couple of people who I can send the old and crabby one to. The thing is, they do actually hit home, aren't they? It's whether you're brave enough to send them. So we're just going to be using this one. I am also, some of my stamps are at the Maker's House, because I'm going in for an operation on Friday. And so I've left all my stuff at the Maker's House for my next session on the 3rd. So all I've got is my replacement stamp from the Thoughtful Sentiments. So we're going to be using that. And if you haven't had a replacement stamp, I've sent mine out to my customers. Yeah, there was a spelling mistake. So if you haven't had it, just contact Honeypot Crafts and they'll send you your replacement. So this is the Just Saying Thoughtful Sentiments, which I'm going to be using as well. And we're going to be using we've got some flowers as well. I've got 2 demos planned, so we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to crack on. I know that some people will be joining late, but the thing about these is you can watch them whenever you want to. Let's just move that off. We are going to be making a proper card that opens and everything. So this is a 7x7 card. Where are we at? Think of what I'm doing. So I'm going to go into my stamping platform, and I'm going to be using the Mama Makes Rotate Mate, and I'll show you the details of the address for that in a moment. Move my magnets out of the way. And I'm going to do what Lottie does. I'm going to take although I'm going to use clear stamps, I'm going to take my foam out and get my Rotate Mate. Hi Deirdre. So this is from Mama Makes, and you can see there's her website there. All the W's, mamamakesstore.co.uk, and it's the original Rotate Mate, which works on all of your stamping platforms that have like a corner to them. So those that you take the lid off, that you can't butt it up into a corner, that's not going to work. Morning, Sue. So I'm going to use, with the Rotate Mate, if you've got 5x5 piece of card, you use just this bigger piece. If you've got a 4x4 inch, which is what I have, you need to slot this other piece in. It needs to be going the right way. There we go. Okay, so that's all ready to go. And the reason why I've taken the foam out, because Lottie does it as well, is this actually sits in better. Whatever it's called, this the tool fits in better, otherwise it stands proud and it makes it harder for you to stamp. Then I've got a piece of pure white, that's all right Jean, pure white card trimmed to 4 inches by 4 inches, and I'm using the guide, paper guide from Crafts 2 to make sure that it's nice and straight. And then we're going to pop in a magnet. And we're going to use the icons. Where are they? Or one of the icons. Which one did I use? I used the biggest one. You're going to get a different look depending on whether you use the big one or the small one. But I'm going to go for the big one. And we're going to pop it in the middle. And I know that this is 4 inches wide, so I want the middle of that to be about in the middle of that. So it needs to be at 2 inches. That just shows you by eye, I can't really tell. So we're going to just pop it there like so. Morning, Elaine. And pick it up, make sure it's not moved. And then I am doing a monochrome card, so I'm doing it black and white. If you don't like black, you can obviously do blue and white, teal and white, whatever you want. Obviously you just need to make sure you've got an ink pad that coordinates, but obviously in Versifying Clair there's lots and lots of different colours. Obviously you can use your Distress Oxides as well if you want to, or any of your inks really. I wouldn't use regular Distress though, because it tends to pool on your stamps, but you know, you've got lots of different colours. So if you don't like black and white, you need to look over that, and if you want colour, you can mix colours, you can do lots of different colours. You don't have to just use one colour, but this is what we're going for. We're going for monochrome. So we're just going to stamp this one here, like so. There's our icon. Told you I'm really excited about the icons. Then we're going to move this, and I'm going to move it 2 spaces. So it fits in here, like so. And then we're going to stamp it again. It's not the most exciting thing to watch, but I really like it. You know, if your mojo's all blocked, I get out my Rotate Mate, I get out of my little stamps, and I have a play. And it makes me happy. So now we've got 2. So we're going to move this again 2 spaces. So we're going to go to this kind of straight bit again, and then I want to put something in between. So I'm going to use, on this one, we've got our little droplets are all hearts. So we're going to do these, and these can, especially when they're new, they can be quite hard to place. So obviously we've got 2 now. So I'm going to have that kind of middle-ish. Let's have a look. To make sure it's straightish and middle-ish. Go for that. I'll pick that up. Just makes it quicker. You don't have to do the 2 together, but it just makes it quicker. This is where you could do the hearts a different colour if you wanted. There's not much ink on that. So you can do like pink and teal if you wanted to, orange and yellow, red and black if you wanted to. You can just change the colours. So like I say, just because I'm doing monochrome, you don't have to. Again, we're going to move it 2 spaces, slot it in, and stamp the 2 stamps. It's all right, Andy, doesn't matter if you're late. Jean, I've demoed this a lot, so all you need to do is look at the other videos I've done. And in fact, I've done it with Sentimentally Yours quite a bit as well. There's a nice, oh, you can't get YouTube. This is the problem, isn't it? I'm not sure how you find things on Facebook. There must be a video section on my page where you can look, because I did a really nice, duck egg blue one. Oh, I've got a dirty mark there. I've got ink on my fingers. Probably not. There you go, all gone. That's just an adhesive eraser, which can get rid of ink for you, which is quite nice. The grid thingy that I'm using is the Mama Mate's Rotate Mate. So you get it from all W's mamamakestore.co.uk, and it's Rotate Mate. I've got the square attachment and the circle attachment as well, but I prefer to just use it on its own. So again, moving 2 spaces. Obviously, if you're using the smaller icon, you could probably just move 1 space and then you just get lots and lots of these, but the smaller one. So there's quite a difference in size. But you could just about fit the smaller one in between if you wanted to. So you could go big, small, big, small, big, small. There's lots of different permutations just with this one stamp set. I wanted to just use the one stamp set on the 2 demos I'm doing, just to show you the potential of each and every stamp set. I need some more ink on that, but we'll have a look. Oh, that's fine. And then we're going to move 2 more. Nearly done. Make sure that's nice and straight, which it isn't quite. It's not 100% essential that it's really straight. Just take your time with it. I find it uber relaxing. Love it. So again, we're going to move 2, and this will be the last one of the bigger icon. So we'll remove that in a minute. We just need to do probably another one with the hearts, maybe another 2. Because remember, I did the 2 to start with, just so we could line the hearts up and know where we want to go in between. So I need to do 2 more hearts. So let's fetch this bigger icon off. Right. Did I move it? Nope. I'm going to move it 2. And 1 more. Move it 2. And once again, I've trimmed it to 4 inch, so I'm using both the attachments to make it 4 inch. Excuse me. Obviously, if you did it 5 inch, you wouldn't be using this part, and you'd be getting more in there. There'd be a bigger circle that's happening. Put it all back where it's supposed to be. So now we've got magnet. So now we've got this brilliant frame created with the icons. So who knew that this stamp set could give you that? It's great, isn't it? Makes me very happy. And then you can obviously just pop a verse in there or a sentiment. It depends how big. The verses didn't quite go in there. So what I've done, and we'll do it, is I've actually stamped a sentiment from the Thoughtful Sentiments in the middle. Let's put this back. It's really good, isn't it? I did know. I really, really, really love the rotate, mate. Oh, there's my magnets all saying hello to each other. Right, put the phone back in. Right, where are we at? Right, so we're going to stamp this sentiment. Always believe in yourself. And I tend to stamp my sentiment first and then die cut. So I'm just going to stamp it just to show you. And I've already got it die cut. Now, the VersaFine clay does take a while to dry. So I would suggest that when you die cut it, that you pop a piece of copy paper over the top to save you having to clean your plates in your die cutting machine. So there's your always believe in yourself. Plastic plates. I've just given you, I'm sure Elaine, I've just shown you. See there. All the W's, mamamakestore.co.uk. There we go. Take a picture, write it down. I'll wait a minute or 2. Well, not a minute or 2, because on live a minute or 2 takes forever. You got it? I'll show it again afterwards if you haven't got it. Tell Lottie I sent you. You have to be very patient though, because Lottie, who is Mama Makes, it's obviously a very, very small business, and they've just moved office, and unfortunately Lottie's put her back out, carrying things that are too heavy, so she's actually unable to work just at the minute. But as soon as she's back, she'll be packing orders and whatever. I'm sure she'll be happy to receive an order. Okay. Right, I think we're all up to date now, aren't we? Rotate mate. It's not a shape mate, it's a rotate mate. Okay, so we've got our sentiments. Where are we at? There we are. And I'll show you what we've got. So I've got my sentiment that I've cut using the debossed double stitched circles, and then I've got the next size up out of black. So we're going to stick those together, and I've got the debossed double stitch squares for my panel here. I need to do some more stamping as well, but we'll stick these together, stick them under my mat so they go nice and flat. I'm not doing any inking around the edges. You could do if you wanted to. I'd use black soot, if you, distress, if you wanted to, either distress ink or distress oxide. That's straight. Can't see whether it's that'll do. And then we do this one. Obviously, if you wanted to, you can put glitter out. Look, I've been quite frugal here. Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could put your glitter around the edge. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I'll probably have glue coming through the middle there now. So when you do cut your dies out, sometimes you find that you get a bit of like dust. Do be careful around the edges because you might get paper cuts. So I've got this distressing tool. It's basically a large emery board, and you can just run it around the edge just to get rid of those like little shards that there are. Okay, so those are all ready, because that's going to go in the middle of there like so. We're going to pop those underneath on my mat, and we're going to do our background piece. Now, where have I put it? Is that it? Oh, there it is. Stuff everywhere. I tidied my desk up, that was a mistake. Glue. Oh, I do need the other bit so I can line this up properly. Right, so you're going to just pop this in the corner. Again, pure white, and the black is Elegant Ebony. And let's just get, just for lining up purposes, that's going to go in the middle like so. I haven't knocked the camera yet today. I'm sure I'm going to. And we're going to take this big border piece. See, I haven't used the verse yet. I'll use the verse on the second one. And we're going to have in the middle. So once again, this is actually 6 1/4, I think. Yeah, 6 1/4. So we need it to be roughly 3 1/8, which is actually pretty spot on. Pick that up before we do anything else. New stamp, so it's a bit sticky. Always make sure it's just butted into the corner, and then you can always do your repositioning. So we're going to stamp this four times along the edge. I'm not going to put another stamp on, because sometimes if you put more than one stamp on, you actually don't do yourself any favours, because you end up having to stamp twice anyway, because you've made yourself effectively a big stamp. If I was going to do two, I'd probably do one miles away from this one. Now this which side is it? It's this side. I will do the whole thing again actually, because it's new and it hasn't been used. I never kind of prime my stamps before I use them. So now we're going to do, in fact, let's do a corner as well, just so I know where I'm at. No, I'll do it at 2, so they're miles away from each other. See, thinking as I go. I'm not linking up very well today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. So now we're going to, let's put one in the corner. Let's put that bigger icon again that we used. And we'll put that in the corner. Just have a look. That looks good. Pick that up. So they're miles away from each other, so there shouldn't be any issues with them. I'll just make it a little bit quicker. Obviously, normally, if I'm not actually demoing live, I do them separately because I just like the process. I do like pattern building. It's one of my favourite things. The most annoying thing is when you get an inky mark, which happens to me quite a bit. So I've always got inky fingers, and I always make such a mess. Oh, didn't think that very well. So that's that side. Okay, so that's all that one done. So we just need to do 2 more corners, and then we'll be ready to put things together. And I'll show you what. Oh, I'll show you what I'm doing with my flowers as well, because there is flowers on this one. I don't know why I cleaned that stamp. That was a bit daft, wasn't it? Okay, check my finger. And we're going to move, which way are we going? We're going that way, into the corner. One more. Into the corner. Okay. So there's our frame. Ooh, all done. Very effective, isn't it? This way. always put my stamps away so I don't lose them. I think worse than having a stamp set with one stamp missing. Especially one that you want to use again and again and again. Because then you have to buy a whole new stamp set. Right, let's see. Let's construct. So as I said, it's a 7x7 inch card. So it opens. Make sure it's not Australian. And again, I gutted that one piece of black card because I knew what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't gut. Getting your measurements right. Is it? It is with the rotate, mate, because you need to be 4x4 or 5x5. Imperial, obviously, because that's the only way to go. And I just knew I wanted to make a proper card that opens and everything. I'm doing that a lot now. I haven't got around to making any boxes, though, to put these cards in. And they've got flowers on them. I've never made a box for a card, ever. Does that look straight? It does. Right, turn it over. Leave it off. And then we'll pop this onto our card blank. So you make yourself a nice photo frame with the debossed double stitch squares. I think I've only got one left. Oh, did I mean to put... No, I'm going to put this layer on flat. I'm not going to do 97 million layers of foam tape, just because I don't want to. Go away. Looks good to me. And then we'll grab our other bits from underneath. This is going to go here. Do you know what? I'm not going to put any foam tape on. I'm just not. So I don't want to. This in the centre, and then I won't have to fiddle around with my flowers either. So, bit that in there. Looks pretty straight. And we'll pop that in the middle, like so. It's good like that, doesn't it, without any flowers on it, but we are going to put flowers on it. I'm going to just pop it underneath here, just to, because I can, because I haven't put foam tape on. And I'm going to show you what I've done with my flowers. So, I've used 3 different flower sets. I've used the Perfectly Plain, because I had, I've cut them out of here. You can't actually see I can just about see the lines. I had a little bit of this paper left from the Tray Chic paper pad. It's 7x7, Jean. So I had a little bit of that left, so I thought we'd use that. So I've used this one, the Practically Perfect. And I haven't got any 8mm black pearls. They're all 5s and 3s because I've used all my 8s. So I've had to go for the gunmetal grey pearls, which you know only get from Honeypot Crafts. So I've got some of those, and I've used the 3-petal flowers from that. Then I have got these are cut with the Perfectly Plain. Again, the 3 petal flowers. So I've used that one. And what I've done with this is, from a previous demo, I had this left. I had 2 sheets of this left over actually. And this is the Doodle Dainty Dots texture stamp. Just a piece of black card with anti-static. Stamp this with Versamark. Then add pure white, super fine embossing powder and heat set. So you've got yourself a polka dot background. And then I find it easier to do this and then die cut when I'm actually using embossing powder. And then I've made those out of the perfectly plain. So I've got 2 of those. And then finally I've used the dotty one. So I've got a dotty one here. In fact, I've got 2 dotty ones here. And let's grab those. I'll show you what I did with these, because I've changed them. Rather than having them white, I've changed them. So they're kind of grey, but they should be black, because I've used black soot distress oxide. And these are the light blue dotty. I felt that they didn't show up as much, and obviously I want to see that dotty deboss detail. So we take a little foam. Ignore the colour on it because it's a bit pink, because I've had to reuse it because I haven't got any refills. I'm waiting for more stock to come in at my distributor. So with this, all I'm doing is inking around the edges first, so there's more around the edge. And then I'm just going to sweep that over the top. So it goes from the white to the kind of grey. Yeah, Linda's saying, would love a set made up of decorative shape stamps to build up patterns. I'm sure Phil's done those in the past. So that's what I've done. And then I've just used my tweezers, the pointy ones, and just giving it a little bit of a bend. And then obviously offset the other one once it's coloured and stuck them together. It does look quite nice with the white and the grey actually. So that's how I've done the grey flowers. Let's just take the foam off here because I want to use this for something else. There we go. Not the camera. Dinky foam thingies. They're blending foams, aren't they? I think that's what they're called. I can't remember what they're called myself now. You made me think. Right, so, and I've leaves. I've got leaves. I cut 2 leaves, right and the left, and I've got spares as well, using the Fabulous Bronze. So let's add our flowers to our card, which makes it not flat anymore. Check my fingers. So I think we're going to go like this. I might actually split them up. Ouch, 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 ouch. Poor flowers. So we've got a big one and a big one, and then we're going to have a small one and a small one and a small one and a small one. That's what we're going to have. So I think we'll get the flowers on first and then shove the leaves in. Don't normally do it that way around, but I think that's what we'll do. So let's put the glue on the back. this one will be all done. So obviously using Sentimentally Yours PVA because it's the best. I don't like using glue gel, not a fan. So let's have one here. I'll have that one just there. So I've only got 6 flowers. And the press. And then we'll have this one up here. And the other black one. I mean, it has got a bit, the paper has got a bit of a creamy tinge to it, but I thought I've got a bit, I'm going to use it. Got a bit left. And then we can shove our flowers in, wherever we can get them now. Right. Chop a bit more off. And you can actually, if you want to, you can actually shape these as well. So you can pop your tweezers in the middle section and give them a bit of a shape. That's fine. That's fine. Annette, catch you later. Hope those kids behave themselves. Okay. And we'll have the 2 over the other side. It's very tough, the pure white card. Good quality card. I think we're going to be more than an hour today because I've got the other demo to do. So I ought to do one with the verse as well. Let's pop this in here. And then I do have the little tiny pair as well, so I'm thinking I might stick one over there as well. This is the faffy bit. I do like the glue bottle, and also if you put the lid on, which I haven't done, if you put your lid on regularly, straight as soon as you use it, it rarely blocks up. Really, really good. Oh, that's why I didn't have the lid on, because I wanted to use it. So we're going to just pop that in there, like so. How's that looking? That's looking all right. And then we'll get the leaves down in here as well. Yep, so everything I've used except for this sentiment is from the special day. I'm only using the special day verse. That's why I'm doing this, because I wanted to show you the potential of just using one set. And if you went to each set and used it the same way, obviously the way you mix and match your icons, the size of your card, where you everything could be different, but there's tremendous potential just from one set. You know, sometimes, you know, especially approaching the middle of the month, your budget doesn't always stretch to buy in more than one set. But you know, you don't, I mean, although we'd like you to, you don't necessarily need to buy all of them, because the potential in each set is just tremendous. Just tuck that one in there. And we have one more. And we might add some pearls as well in the corners. Where's my other leaf gone? There it is. It's hiding from me. Just give this a little bit of a shape as well. So I've used 4 leaves from this set, because you get a right and a left of the 2, and then you get a right and a left of the kind of branch bit as well. So all the flowers and the leaves that I'm using are all A6 die sets as well. So they're smaller, so they're more affordable. Okay, so that's in. Let's just put, because we can, a little pearl in each corner. We're going for the 5mm in each corner. I've got the 8mm in the centre of the flowers. Good. So once again, this is Gunmetal Grey, which is available from Honeypot Crafts. Pickup tool. I've just got some more stock of the pickup tools in. Just give it a little bit of, if it's cold, give it a little bit of manipulation, just so that it can pick up. I don't know what I did with pearls before pickup tools. I definitely struggled. Got two on there. Definitely struggled. Don't press down with the tool. And we could put pearls further up as well. We might actually. This is a faffy bit. Come on. I don't mind that these are grey. I wish they were black though, because I need to get some. So I use loads of black. I think we'll put one there and one there as well, because we can. Obviously we can't put them underneath the flowers. Come on, where are you? There we go. There's card number 1 all finished. See if I can get this at a decent angle for you. There you go. I'm all skewy on my mat. So as I said, yeah, obviously this is black and white, but if black and white's not your thing, you can go for whatever colour you want to. It's sometimes nice to restrict yourself just to black and white, and everybody's got black and white card, or generally has. Black makes things pop. So there's your number 1, all done. Now what was I going to do in number 2? Oh yes, right, okay. Again, we're going for another 7x7 card, Jean. Just so you know. And this time we're going to stamp, see if we can get the verse on here. This again is 4x4 inch, so the same sizes. So with this, you've got 4x4 inch, and then the next size double debossed double stitched square. Then this is 6¼ inches, and then the next size debossed double stitch square, and then this is 7x7 card, and I've done the same measurements for this one as well. So this one we're going to actually put the verse in the centre, so we're actually going to use this verse. Just the first time you use these stamps, just be careful the way you take them off. They are high grade photopolymer, as you'd expect from Mr. M. Bits of black card everywhere. And we're going to have it in the centre-ish. Let's see if we can get it. I'm only looking to see if it's straight. Oh, knock the camera again, of course. Right, that'll do. Let's put this right into the corner. And we are going black and white again. I can get that one in there, can't I? Yes. Once again, this is the special day verse, using exactly the same stamp set as I did with the first demo. Yeah, any colour, Sue. As I said, any colour. Doesn't have to be black and white. I really like black and white. I like white and white on white as well, but obviously with stamping you wouldn't see it. Obviously this is the first time I've used this stamp, so you might have to go a second time. Your birthday is a special day. It comes just once a year. That's why this card is sent with best wishes and good cheer. Suitable for anybody. Whatever gender, whatever age, suitable for absolutely everybody. Oh. Okay. It's pretty good. I just want it darker. So I'm just going again. As I said, this is the first time this stamp's been used. Sometimes there's a little bit of manufacturing residue. But like I say, I never prime my stamps. This is priming my stamps. I'm doing this. You could do a batch make. You could have lots of 4x4 inch square pieces of card, and you could batch make these. Okay. Right. Hi Lee. Yes, definitely like black and white. You can always use black and white and then just make your flowers add a bit of colour if you want to. Obviously flowers are optional. You could use things like cogs instead of flowers. But as I showed you before I put the flowers on the other card, it looked fab just as it was, you know. Okay, so that's that. Now, if I wanted to put the icons in, I'm going to struggle, even with the small ones. I'm just, you know, struggle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smaller of the swirly bits, and we're going to have them over the corners. So it will go off the page a wee bit. So you just need to decide which way round we want to do it. You may or may not like this, but this is what we're going to do. Like that, I think. See where it's going off. It's going off before that. It's going off before that. I'll do. Again, this is the first time this stamp's been used. Make sure it's butted into the corner. Well, you know, like I said, Linda, that card, this card here, without the flowers, is suitable for a man. And this card that I'm doing, I'm going to put flowers on it, but without the flowers, it's going to be suitable for a man. The problem is with men's products, Linda, is that specifically male products just don't sell as far as craft is concerned. Phil's done them in the past. People have, you know, wanted them, and they've not sold so well. People like pretty. That's just the way things are, unfortunately. I mean, you have got the kind of steampunky type things like Sir Vagabond and Stamperia. That a lot of that's kind of male orientated. Let's turn this again into the corner. Just gives you a different look. So don't always think that you've got to use the whole stamp. Yep, corners on inserts. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to. I'm going to put this verse on the front of a card, but obviously it's a verse, so you could put it on the inside of a card. I was going to put it on the inside of the last card, but because of the sentiments I used on the front, I didn't think it kind of matched this. Had I have all my stamps here, then I'd have put a birthday sentiment on the front as well, but I haven't. So you just make do what you've got, don't you? In the real world, that's what lots of people have to do. Yeah, so Louisa, yeah, you can, there is manly stamps in the box kits, isn't there? Yeah, absolutely. Like the garden one that he's just done, that Phil's just done, would fit. Right, so there's our framed sentiment. Looks totally different to using the swirly bit top and bottom or on the sides. And we've got space to put a pearl in each corner if we want to. So that's our framed verse. I know, Karen, it is hard to choose, isn't it? I think you need to figure out whether you want to go humorous or whether you want to go traditional, or, you know, obviously if you can run to it, perhaps one from each collection. And then you're covered really with the fun aspect and the traditional aspect. So so far I've used all but the teeny tiny hearts from this particular set. Right, so next I'm going to show you, let's do the background first. For the background on this one, instead of putting a frame, I thought I'd actually use the Fanciful stencil. But this is a 6 1/4 inch card, and that's a 6 by 6 stencil. But what we could do, if we wanted to, is we could actually do it so we've got a border. Should we do that? Because it'll be a different grey anyway, because it'll be black search, and I should have left that sponge on. So I think we'll do that actually. So how to secure it, because we need to make sure that we've got a decent background. So to secure it, what we'll do, because I don't need the middle bit, we'll just stick some low tack tape in the middle. Make sure it touches the card through the wasp names. But that's probably going a bit too far. Where's my black bit? Here's my black bit. Oh no, that'll work. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, is it freezing on Facebook? Facebook's a pain. Can you go over onto YouTube instead? Try that. So we're just going to go black soot, and we're going to do the edges as well. So we will get a border. And we'll see how that looks. That's Alexa. Did you hear that boom boom? Probably telling me about a deal on Amazon. Lost sound. Oh, good old Facebook. I think YouTube is more reliable. I think it's always a little bit ahead of Facebook as well. But that's the thing, you see, if you like, you can always catch up. So I'll share the link to YouTube on the Crafting with Phil Martin and Sentimentally Yours Facebook group, and to my page, so you can always watch it on YouTube. You should still be able to watch it on Facebook as well, but I tend to quote YouTube because I know it's going to be there, because I'm in control of what stays on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And if Phil wants to, he can put the video on his YouTube channel as well. So that, yeah, these little tiny foams are actually quite good for getting in the gaps. Again, all my brushes are at the maker's house, otherwise I'd probably use those. Oh, be careful, that bit came up then. But they are very good for getting into the little nooks and crannies. I'm not too sure, because normally with the foams you have to be careful, because the little spiky bits on the stencils do damage the foams. But we'll see over time. Right, one more bit. And this is more of a masculine stencil as well. And you don't forget you can use your stencils on your flowers too. I'm not going to this time. I'm going to use an icon to show you how to do your flowers. And there will be different grades of black on here as well. Obviously this will wash off with water. And get it up. There we go. There's our background already. Let's hope that that's, yeah, that'll work. Obviously you can just trim it down to 6 by 6 if that's what you wanted, but we're going for 6 1/4 inches like the other one. Unfortunately, Gina, I'm not in control of what happens to your sound. It's not, I know it's not my end. So, right, what we're doing now. We are going to show you what to do with the flowers. So for my flowers on this one, let's start with this one. So my white flowers. So they look cool. So I've used the 4 petal of the Perfectly Plain, and we're going back to the, where's the icons? The icons, again, using just the Special Day. And for the small ones, I've used the small icon, that one. Look, let me hold it up. I've used that one for the small flowers, and I'm using this one for the bigger flowers. Because if I'll show you, because I'm not going to use this one anyway. I'll show you the difference, because then it's clean. Yeah, I've got some more brushes on the way. So this is the small one. Which way did I do it? I did it that way. So if you look for the point of the flower and try and do the rest of it quite even around it. So that's what you get with the small one on the big flower. I didn't want that because I wanted my flowers to look the same. So on the small one, it's fine because you've got smaller petals. So if we use the bigger one, and this is definitely easier to do by eye. So it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. So again, look at the point. And then you've got, you see you've got fuller coverage of the petal with the bigger icon rather than the smaller one. The 2 different looks, both of them are actually usable, but so that the big flower matches the small flower, using the small icon and the bigger icon means that both flowers look about the same. And then obviously do the same sort of shaping with the tweezers to bring the petals up. So that's what I did on the white ones. And then I've got some sort of blacky grey ones as well. Side, the lid on. So again, using the 4 petal, using the dotty one. And again, I've used the gunmetal pearls. I've got this kind of look. So I've taken, let's get rid of that stencil where I got out of the way. Picket fence distress this time. I'm doing the same sort of thing but with picket fence. I'm just going to drag picket fence over, and you will find that over time, like with the black soot ones, the ink settles into the card, and so it actually becomes darker, but it does show off the deboss detail a lot quicker. That's all right, you're very welcome. So you can see I've done exactly the same thing, but the one here, which is my flower, is lighter because the picket fence has settled into the card. You can see it's starting to settle there as it dries, so it does go lighter, but it's not like, if I turn that over, it's not as dark as the black, and it goes very well with the gunmetal grey pearls as well, and obviously shape those as well. So there's my flowers. Now clean. And I think we're ready for construction. Very simple. Like I say, you can add glitter if you want to, but you know, I'm not going to. So let's go for our, let's just position it first and check I'm happy with it. Again, we've got, use the next size deboss double stitched. That looks all right, doesn't it? And that's going to go on there. Then we're going to have our flowers on as well. Yep, that'll work. Right, okay. So this is a bit more masculine. Once again, without the flowers, masculine card. So you don't necessarily have to have different products for a masculine card. See, I didn't know what I was doing here, so I haven't gutted these. I was making it up as I was going along, because I was going to do an insert instead. But yeah, you don't need to necessarily have different products for your masculine makes. You just need to adapt how you use them. Makes it cheaper, doesn't it? Right. So this is going on here. So once again, this, like I said, this is 6 1/4 inches. Going on to the next size deboss double stitch square. And then this is going to go onto the 7x7 card blank. I know they all like zebra flowers, aren't they? Obviously, if you use any of the other sets, the icons are going to give you a different look. And obviously, across the sets, you can mix and match the icons with the verses as well. So the permutations are just tremendous. Let's see. Let's put this on the right way. It's not a perfectly cut card, this. It's got to be that way. Not my doing, it is actually a purchased card blank. There we go. Thanks, Jean. It's just a case of kind of thinking out of the box and using them in a slightly different way than was intended in the first place. I think I've got a little bit of adhesive on there. Doesn't matter because it's going to go underneath the. It's going to go underneath the verse anyway. Obviously, if I'd have used, say, a 5x5 inch piece, I could have surrounded the sentiment with the borders as borders rather than corners. But, you know, it's just nice to do something different. And it is a challenge to actually do it how it's not intended. Like I say, it gives you more value because this is another different way of using your set. Right, so this is going to go in here, in centre-ish. Check it straight in before I glue it down. I think it is. Okay. So now Now we're going to put flowers on because we're going to make it pretty. But like I say, there's a card for a man. I would probably put a gem in each corner, even if I gave it to a man, but lots and lots of different ways of doing it. So let's have, which are the biggies? There's the biggies. And then we're going to have 2 zebras either side here, and we're going to have 2 black either side there, like that. Let's get the glue on these. Just a little bit on the lid on. So we just have them so we can see that corner poking out. I've put 5mm, this time I've put 5mm pearls in the centres of the smaller flowers rather than the 8s. I do like that we've got 3 petal flowers and 4 petal flowers in the same set. That gives you different looks. Again, clever Mr. M. I think he's doing a workshop this morning over up in Sheffield, which is quite impressive, seeing as he only did his one-day special Monday, Tuesday. He must be exhausted. I don't like that one I did. It just takes a couple of seconds for the glue to grab. And this time for the leaves, I've got the open petal ones, or the open leaf ones, which are called, where's the fantastic fronds. The ones with the veins are called the fabulous fronds, and these are the fantastic fronds. I'm not sure I want to put leaves on actually, but let's have a look, see what they look like. Arthritis in my hand is stopping me from doing that. Right, so let's see, do I want to actually, it just finishes it off, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll have them. I might put the 3 down the bottom. I'll put the 2 up the top. We'll take some pictures and share these within the group later. I think with this one we won't actually put in the extra leaves, we'll just use the 2 big ones. So we'll have the 2, do it symmetrical. So we have the 2 coming out the bottom here. And we'll have the 3 coming out the top, so it's top bottom. I don't want to cover up the, there we go. Don't cover up your words. It's fine covering up your corners, but don't cover up your words. And we just put pearls on, because we can. And corners again. Just remember that when you're putting glue on top of distress, it will actually bleed the ink, so just be careful. And then we'll have, I'll put that one in a bit. Oh well. We'll have a pearl in the corner here again, like we did before. Right. That's an ink pad, Julie, it's not a pearl. And pokey pickup tool. I think we'll actually go for big pearls in the corner of this one, shall we? Yes. These are the 8s. And once again, these are gunmetal grey, which are available from Honeypot Crafts. No other retailer has them, so that's where you need to get them from. Only because I'm using these because I don't have any 8mm black ones. But I do quite like the grey. And we'll put 5mm just in the corners here. Just like so. And that's it. So I'll grab the other one, bring them both into shot hopefully. It's gone suddenly really dark out. A little bit of black dust there. So hopefully you can see those. Let's just move that over. Move the debris out of the way. There we are. So 2 quite different cards, I think, using the Special Day verse. And so on here I've just used the icons from Special Day verse, and also the thoughtful sentiments. I've used the I'll just put an inky mark there. Let's just get rid of that. Typical. I'll get rid of that in a minute. Yes, so we've got the thoughtful sentiments there, and we've also got the various different flowers. We use 3 petal flowers, and here we've got the actual verse itself and the kind of border, and then I've used the which stencil did I use? I used the fanciful 6x6 stencil, and we used the icon on the flowers there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's been useful. Thank you for all your comments. It's really nice to read them. Don't forget that you will be able to watch this back whenever you want to. Pause and craft along if you like. And I'm not sure if I'll do a live next Wednesday or not. So I normally do one on a Wednesday morning, but as many usually know, I'm going to hospital on Friday, so I'm not sure how my sitting will be by next Wednesday, but I'll keep you posted on Facebook. And don't forget, you can get the products over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, and you can also find them over at honeypotcrafts.co.uk too. Thanks very much for watching, and enjoy